All right, I'll be honest, I don't really have an idea here to do a video, and I don't think I can talk or put in enough content. Um, but I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try to do a short video. Um, uh, Now, I'm not gonna repeat things that I've already said before. I do have, I think I have over 100 videos that I made in about less than a month and a half. I made over 100 videos, and there's so much content in there. I don't want to repeat the same stuff. What's going on? I'm just trying to kind of gauge the world and how it's going. I'll be honest. I'm not an avid news watcher. I don't really know what's going on with the news and everything. Um, okay. I got an idea. Okay, how about this? Okay, so you may in life be pressured to do things that you don't want to do, right? And at the same time in life, you feel obligated to do or to not do things that you want to or don't want to do. I hope that made sense. I don't have to repeat it. But this is a video. You can rewind and hear it again and try to understand. Um, but uh, but the point is that sometimes you may be pressured to do this or do that, and the thing is that that's one of the things that can make you stand out. If you pretty much have a good track record with integrity and everything, people will be able to notice. They will be able to see that, and that gives you a lot of advantage. Now, I've talked about judges before in an old video about how most judges are very respected in their communities for their integrity. That's a very important aspect for a judge to have. They're deciding on huge matters. Okay, and regardless, they are deciding on huge matters, and they need to have integrity and respect in order to kind of put down those decisions. But the thing is that, you see, people might try to corner you, right? And say, look, if you do this instead, which goes against your code or your morals or your values, if you do this instead, we'll give you this or we'll give you that, and you can go over there and do that, right? And then you go, oh, nice, I'm gonna do that, and you take that and you go do that, and now you're doing something, right? And next thing you know, they come back, hey, with the same thing, and they come back and they come back and they come back. Now what have you done? Okay, I'm gonna kind of rewind you back to Snatch with Jason Statham. I remember in the beginning when he first meets Bricktop. Bricktop is a big shark or a boss. He's a big boss in the underground world, right? Sorry, the underground boxing world, the illegal gambling boxing world, and Jason Statham is a manager and a little bit of a coach, and a manager for these underground boxers. He makes money out of it. He has boxers that work with him. He puts them in these fights and whatnot. Now he doesn't want to deal with Bricktop, who's this gangster boss, whatever. But he has to deal with him. So he claims that everybody in the illegal boxing ring has to deal with Bricktop at some point, right? So he's having to deal with him. Now he says, everybody knows that I don't take a dive in my fights, unlike him. Okay, so that gives Jason Statham integrity. People know he's not taking dives. People know he's not doing the illegal gambling thing. So they want to pay, they want to bet, and they want his fighter to fight. Knowing that it's a genuine, real fight, it causes a lot of attraction. Okay, and that's why Bricktop wanted to meet with him. Now, the thing is that he's meeting with. I personally think he should have never met with him, right? And that leads to a lot of issues and whatnot. But that's just an example. Is this, you'll get those cards. Oh, just do this, and I'll give you this card, just do that, and when you do that, that has a lasting impact. You know what I mean? You kind of really For me, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not Mr. Goody, the best goody guy around. You know what I mean? But I know enough that I've been through some hard spots. I this is over 7 years ago that I robbed a bank, and for robbing that bank, I'm dealing with it even till today, dealing with the after effects of robbing that bank. Look at me right now. You know what I mean? Look at how you see me every day. I think I've told you about how there is a state, there's an actual state where bank robbers specifically will get certain kind of living, but and they by law have to like sign every day, and they have to record what they wear every day, and they get to wear one outfit only. They are only allowed to wear one outfit. However, they can get like seven of the same outfits and wear the same, thing over again. But they have to always wear that particular outfit, even though it's not a prison related outfit. So it can be a very nice outfit, but they have to wear it every day. That's kind of what's going on a little bit, actually, quite exactly. But anyways, the thing is, people think that, oh, I'll just do this, and I don't believe in that. I've never believed in that. Everybody that knows me from my past knows that I was pretty good with integrity. Okay, there might be a few people and they're looking for that pass and advantage, so they'll lie. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that mostly everybody knew that I was doing everything integrally. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everybody knew I was doing things integrally. Doesn't mean I was perfect, and by no means I was not a church perfect kid or anything like that. But I mean, I have a certain thing about anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't really screwed people over for this and that and whatnot, and I know what happens. I know what happens. I know that people will go to like crazy, like I know people go crazy with each other in politics. I've never snitched on anybody. I've never snitched on anybody. I've never given information on people. This guy's doing this. I've never done that either. To be very honest, a bit to the dismay of others, when I was originally arrested and taken to jail, I had a very positive outlook. I was like, wow, well, jail's not that bad. When I first was going in, I was picturing San Quentin, and I was really thinking about, how would things go down in San Quentin. And then I'm like, well, it's not as bad as San Quentin. You know what I mean? It's like county jail, but, it's not. Listen, nothing is as bad when you compare it. Okay, if you say, if tomorrow, if tomorrow they dropped one little bomb on Ukraine, right? Versus like how they're bombing now, like 40, 50, 60 bombs a day in one day. If there was one bomb, you might be like, wow, we thought it was going to be worse. We thought Russia was going to decimate us. It's only one bomb. However, that's not exactly the case. But you can make things look a bit better to you when you compare them with other things. It kind of makes you a bit more of an optimist, and it helps you get through situations when you try to say, well, I concur, if that makes any sense, and if I use that word properly. But but going on, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do that stuff. I was even almost instructed to run scams on people. Oh, if anybody clips you on the road, get their insurance, make them pay you cash. If they don't pay you cash, go through the thing. Get them to pay you like 5 times the cash that the accident is worth, and stuff like that. I remember this lady, I was taking a left turn and she was coming out, and she was taking a left turn. I was taking a left turn. She was taking a left turn. I went out and she clipped me, right? She clipped me pretty good. So I'm talking to her and I say, we'll go to my mechanic. The mechanic will give you an estimate and you can pay it cash. That way we don't have to go through insurance. But I'll take your insurance information anyways, because if I don't, then there's no record, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, fine, whatever. I do that. Then I go to the mechanic. And I go, okay, she's coming and everything. And I was being instructed from the side to do something like that. The mechanic was talk to me. Who's this lady? I said she looks like a good lady. She had like a baby in the back or something. She was kind of nerdy too. She had glasses. She was middle aged, and to look like a mother. And I told him who she was. Okay. So she comes in and he looks at it and he goes, dude, I can do this for a really cheap. He gives her like cheap price. He's like, oh my God, that's amazing. I don't have to go through insurance. I don't get my insurance screwed up. And that's a small amount of money. He goes, dude, realistically, I can do this job for like this much money. And then she only paid that much. I went with her today. I said, okay, let's go. We went to the bank account. She pulled out the money. She gave me that cash. It was only, I think it was a very low amount. It was nothing. One day the same thing happened to me. I hit somebody from the back in downtown Toronto at like 4 a.m. And he said, okay, just give me cash. And I think it was around the same amount. I'm like, come with me to the bank. I went to the bank, pulled out the cash, gave him the cash. And that was all it was. But I know that there are people who do that. There's people, hey, if you don't go through insurance, I'm like $8,000 for like $200 worth of damage. There's people who do that. There's people who do that so often, they do it regularly. And they know how to drive in a way to attract that. And even the police officer who comes to the scene will even favor them. I've had police officers fucking me over bad. Give me a ticket, careless driving, all that stuff. And the other guy's totally fine when they knew these adult rules of the world that go on. And this happens in driving a lot. This happens. Be very careful when you're driving a vehicle. This happens a lot. Okay, in this world, that kind of stuff happens a lot. And the officer will go the wrong way. It is what it is. It is what it is, But moving on. That's the whole deal. It's just like, there's some things I just never could do. I just never could do it. You know what I mean? And it just, I feel better about it, that going through over 31 years of my life and doing things a certain way and finally getting returned. I mean, after 31 years, man, 31 years I was in a shell. And I truly believe that I'm never coming out of this. I will always live this kind of life, almost like mentally enslaving myself within the world. And I was like, this is going to go on. This is going to go on. I mean, forever. I thought it was going to go on forever. And I never knew that, 31 years later, sticking to my stuff, not trying to snitch on people, not trying to, do this or that, or make stupid side deals and things like that. I was like, all right, so, after 31 years of sticking to everything, I was able to. And by no means am I a role model in any way. I'm not saying that I'm a role model, but there's certain things that you do and you don't do. You know what I mean? And there's people looking to overlook things. There are people who will do that. There are people who will just blindly do something. Okay, hey, listen, don't let Craig into the restaurant. If Craig comes in here, put this in his food. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Craig comes in and you're putting shit in his, putting poison in his food or something, I'm talking about some serious poison, like fatal poison. You know what I mean? So, there are people who will do that, that's it. I'm gonna post this video up. It wasn't a great video, but it wasn't a great idea either, and it's not a great time either, so what can we do?